Welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. My chakras, my auras, my space. Doing your wonderful, wonderful thing. All right, so I had to tame down my hair because it was in like this wild, weird bun. And so as soon as I put it down, it looked like, you know, that's that guy. What's that song? You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. That's how my hair was. Now it's like a combination of like 2 haircuts. It's weird. Like this is the Kathy, and this is the I don't know, Sabrina. I don't know. Anyway, why haven't I been sleepy lately? And what inspired me to do this reading is, well, the observation of myself for the past 2 or 3 nights. Like night before last, I had seriously like 1 or 2 hours of sleep, and I couldn't. I don't know. I wasn't stressing. At least I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like anxiety. And then last night, it was also like I had to premeditate. I had to force myself to go to sleep. It was fine. It was perfectly fine. I don't feel like I lost out on anything. I kind of knew in the beginning, like 3 days ago, that I wanted to kind of siphon my own energy and use it towards what I like doing best, which is not my 9 to 5 currently anyway. So, so yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. And then from then on, I didn't think it was like me stomping my feet with the same excuse. But yeah, that's so anyway, I asked after typing it up, I was like, that's such a standard title for your thing, you know? Like who's gonna be so curious as to pop in here with that messaging? And I realized, well, congrats to your new Oracle deck. Boop boop. But yeah, I figured that this, I was gonna change it, but I was like, you know what? If people are gonna click in here, then they're gonna click in here, and it's gonna be a-okay. I still got me and my panel, my Furious 4 panel. I think it's Furious 5 actually. Thinking back on the inclusion of one other, I think it could be Freya. Is it Freya? Or was it? I have to make sure. Anyway, I think there's actually 6, but anyway, the 5th one has made themselves known recently. I forgot. Well, we'll piece it all together. Anyway, yeah, I figured that this was going to have the same effect. I'd left it as is. Instead of the idea of clickbait, is going to have the opposite. So we shall see. We shall see. So as far as why haven't I gotten, like, why haven't I felt sleepy? Right hand, 3 of Wands, left hand, the Fool card in reverse. Now, the last time I worked with this deck, I did not realize, it was just I stumbled upon the Fool card being number 22, when it is normally situated as 0. So this is the beginning of a new cycle. Things are going to happen. Things are just like, you know, like rolling the film. It's like it's just the next one. It's happening. It's just about to happen. And I kind of feel it in the air, especially even with work. Like it doesn't faze me anymore. It's like there's some things that happen, and more things that used to happen a lot. And so like it already feels like I've turned the tables, whereas like I was treated like not just the new kid on the block, but I've always been, well, not always, but I've for a long time been treated like I'm replaceable, and a lot of people understand this kind of vibe. So I'm no different in that aspect, but this is more like not one of them. Definitely not one of them. And so, you know, I feel like this place is not just like, how do I say it? I'm soon to be moving out of this place, so regardless of how people feel about me or what they think of me, doesn't even matter. Did it matter before? No, because now I understand the fact of the matter is that my position was never meant to grow. It was never meant to move me in certain ways unless like I super brown knows my way to doing things that were against my interests overall. So, and even at that, like, there's a certain barrier to entry. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, everything worked out accordingly, you know? Like, I'm not, how do I say this? Like, I already see when I leave there, it's not going to be like, oh, another consolation prize. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what it is. But I already feel like the stress over wishing things were a certain way, trying for things to be better, is no longer a struggle. That's no longer on my agenda. I can't be like a one-man show trying to just make shit happen like that. If people, you know, like, people show their true colors, and that's that. So at some point you got to respect the way things really are, and move on in a different direction, you know, see things at a different angle. So anyway, bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups in reverse. That's the right way to go. But the Fool card, you know, that was very like a hindsight 2020 thing. Oh shoot, for sure, certain. This is super boss mode for me. Walking on the sun. You might as well be walking on the sun. But this is definitely, I was thinking more like walking on sunshine. But this is boss mode, like super duper boss mode. The Emperor. 419 is an angel number for me. Yep. I mean, I could say 223, but I feel more so 419. I can even go as far as saying 461 in its current, they're saying currency. But this is, you know, when you mirror someone, it's like the visualization of mirroring. It's like hand to hand, like on glass, basically. And for this, it's like following Spirit's lead on that. Oh my gosh, for sure, that's crazy. With like the feet, like the foot to foot contact. So Spirit is leading the way for me. So it's like tracking the right steps, safe steps, so that I can kind of follow, you know, in a safe path. So as far as sleep, I don't know. I mean, 10 of Wands. I guess there's a lot coming through, a lot of energetics, a lot of spirit. I wouldn't say it's cumbersome. It's just more cumbersome in thought. Like, am I going to be tired tomorrow? Why am I not feeling sleepy? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, it's looking left and right and knowing that there's a lot happening, a lot transpiring. So I'm taking like extra precautions with energetics and just being more mindful. It's not being paranoid. It's just, see, like, there's stuff like that going on, like disturbances like that. And, you know, it's just being aware of that, reminding myself, like, seeing the devil card yesterday, that this is the absolute bonus round. So, not to have, like, my bitch face completely. I mean, relaxed bitch face is okay. I mean, that's RBF, right? But, like, I don't have to put it on so harshly. Like, I don't have to mad dog anyone, anything. Like, I should consider it a blessing. Like, okay, give me your power, sure. So it's become easier and easier in that. What I'm hearing is that spiritually, the people that normally attack me, they're starting to look at me like I'm a psycho. Like, what is this? Like, you switched up on us. And so it has a little bit of a startling effect. But again, I'm not supposed to focus on them. I just know that I am being led for sure, with the right steps and the right, they said set, the right footing. So this is, even though it's like walking on hot coal, it's yeah, I heard a very high pitch ringing, 6:43 on the clock, 11:46 on the timer. A very like short but high pitch ringing on my left ear. It was yeah, definitely high pitched. Okay. So what does that angel want to say? Queen of Wands. Oh, super magic. Magic. This is feeling freedom in your own, like, how do I say it? This is like, this is not just resting bitch face, RBF, but it's also like feeling freedom, like the Statue of Liberty, seated. So it's, instead of it just being RBF, it's sitting, like freedom, like something, you know, it's like SF stance, SFS, you know, something like that. This is wonderful. This is very, very good. I'm kind of told to get one of those plants, you know, those like pulpit plants. I don't know why. I'm supposed to get one of those weird ass like plants. I don't know. Yeah, I felt chills on my arms. What the heck? That's the first time I've gotten that from that card. All right, anything else that you want to say? 5 of Cups. So it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Oh, see these, like I could feel the gassiness coming through, and there's no reason like medically why or even like dietary wise why I would get that. So that's inflicted stuff. Again, bonus round. Ten of Swords in reverse. Phoenix energy. Now let me tell you something. Phoenix energy would not pull this kind of bullshit, though they desire it so much. You know, Phoenix energy desires so much more, and believes in so much more. Has their attention focused on better things. So, you know, when people do all of this kind of stuff, they're already kind of, what do you call it? confirming, affirming. What is it? Positive affirmation. So it's their own affirmation with the world that they are not that energy. They are definitely not that energy. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy with each gesture that they make in trying to take and seize energetics off of someone else. And I mean that in, you know, like that, like sucking the life out of someone. Because when you, it's like what healers do, is they also, you know, take away certain energetics that, but they're, you know, they're more like cancerous, I would say, you know, releasing that, assisting in releasing that. So that's why they told me to distinguish between the two, or be more, speak with more clarity on that. Okay. So there is no mistake on why we received the 10 of Swords in reversal here. And that when you say goodbye, not everybody wants to say goodbye, regardless of how they've interacted or not interacted with you. But, you know, that's just another side of reality. And a reminder on what a phoenix focuses on. I think by default, in Rising from the Ashes, that Speedway is like, it already provides by default so much clarity. You don't have time to window shop. You don't have time to mull over, you know, things that have been kind of weighing on you. You don't focus on what's leaching off of you. It automatically falls away. So it's kind of like the tower moment, but in rocket mode. Yeah, that's very interesting. This is the first time that I've ever received messaging that the tower moment can be fulfilled in an ascended manner, with that visualization that it's more like rocket mode rather than a falling, like a destruction. Because falling away, like how a rocket, like I didn't know this until I saw it on TV. Holy smokes! In my adult life, when a spaceship, you know, flies up, there's just something that falls, you know, beneath it. So very much, that's my tower moment right there. That's wonderful. What does my panel want to say about that? Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Off to the right. Why did we get the 5 of Pentacles? Why did I get the 5 of Pentacles on that side? Well, 8 of Cups. So there's some kind of scavenger hunt going on over here. With the 8 of Cups, it's leaving to find new meaning on what's on everybody's plate. The 5 of Pentacles, like how do you perceive that? How do you gauge the 5 of Pentacles? You know what I mean? When everything's looking like wonderful on the prospect side, when you're, especially if you're doing divination and wonderful things are coming, like spectacular, and you get 5 of Pentacles in your future state, in your doing side, like the order that comes in, the 5 of Pentacles, like how do you gauge that? So it's taking a step away from what we've learned before. And next thing, Six of Wands in reverse. Well, Six of Wands in reverse is an upcoming victory. So, okay, when something comes on your plate, you know that's meant to resource, to act as a resource. Okay. So it's just like a piece of the puzzle. So like, all right, what does that mean? Because I know that this is meant to advance me. Okay. So it's figuring that part out. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, that not just victory can be had, but legendary wealth, which is what they're saying is also equivalent to tribal knowledge, like building upon those books. Because tribal knowledge, I mean, even though it's like swords and wands energy, because it is built in, like inherited, it's like it's accumulated over time and developed. It's definitely considered more of pentacle energy than just your swords and wand energy, like ancestral. So this is definitely adding to the books. All right, so as far as not feeling sleepy, I think this is really just being in within my own energetics. And you know when they say like you're feeling yourself, so like there's a lot of passion, spark, like yeah, there's something there that what's the top of the deck? Seven of Swords in reverse. So there's something coming that's like you know, like in a flash, in a lighter, especially with a clear one. I don't have a clear one here. This is just like one that I tried to cover up. Anyway, when you light it up, the gas comes up, and there's like the spark, right? So it's sometimes the device for the spark isn't like catching as well. So it's kind of like that meetup between the fluid and the spark. So it's like that spark is like flickering, and you know that there's like a lot of fuel. So it's that and the more that you attempt, you know that like the gas is already building up, like the fuel or whatever it is. So you know that once it lights up, it's going to be like a huge flame. So it's kind of like that here. It's knowing that something, like it's a buildup of energy. And because I don't like have any particular thoughts in my head like, oh, what am I going to do with this, or how is this, like it's not even that kind of anxiety that I'm accustomed to, that I have been accustomed to. This is more like I might as, if I can't go to sleep, I might as well be doing something, you know. So there's that. All right, what does my panel want to say lastly? 16, the tower moment. Oh my gosh, for sure. Holy smokes. Do you see that as a spiritualist? This is the first time that I've ever gotten the tower moment from this. That is weird. This is kind of like that the thunder on here is like, it reminds me of like Saved by the Bell. That's crazy. That's insane. What the heck? So this person's robe, it looks like spaghetti strewn all over him. I'm hearing spaghetti monster. Yeah. That's crazy. Were we talking about noodles earlier? Were we talking about... I don't know. But yeah, something about Saved by the Bell in that lingo there too. Or am I pulling it more like a Kelly Kapowski? No, not yet. She has the she's something like that. Okay, so the tower moment. That's exciting. That's crazy. Do you see like these clouds? Those are actually flocks of birds is what they're telling me. You know, like kind of scary, like Stephen King, like that amount, like that's a lot of birds. That's a lot of spirits. And this is a big thunderbolt in order for it to split onto both sides. It's kind of like a crane energy, like, you know. I have been selected. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, so that's one. I'll pick 4. Okay, so that's the first one. Okay. This one. Knight of Wands in reverse. Is that a player? Is that a player? I don't know. I can't always standardize cards because I don't know. I guess, you know, I mean, isn't that most of the population anyway, right? So, so I don't know. I mean, like, okay, so what's the, okay, third card is going to, clarify that, okay? 9 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I think it's player energy because the player energy, like, decides, you know, they don't have to show up for everything. So it's, I mean, for me, okay, I'm going to play the highest hand on this because I can. Okay, so with the Knight of Wands followed up by the 9 of Wands, which I commonly kind of like, it sounds the same to me when I say it. So when I hear myself audibly say it, I get a little, there's sometimes where I get a little confused on what I just said, especially when I'm doing like a playback in my head. So Knight of Wands with the 9 of Wands, both in reverse. It's a 10 of Wands dropped by somebody who has enough, a healthy amount of confidence where they can be objective and be like, you know I play this suit, but at the same time, I don't always have to deliver. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, you know, I don't always have to show up to everything. I don't, how do I say it? And most artists know this. Most, with whatever art form, is that this is right. This is the right way to do things because, like, your art isn't what makes you. You're the maker of the art, right? So, you don't always have to deliver. There's enough confidence in what you've already delivered that you don't always have to, like, put out to be considered worthy or of value. There should be value in your presence alone, whether or not you show up. There should be value projected in your right to be objective and to, like, go in hiatus mode if you like, to enjoy your own experience. Not just of the journey, but like your destination point. So this is the Knight of Wands that has delivered. I mean, to hit that tower moment, like hitting that pitch right there, rocket mode, there is righteousness in wanting to feel the vibes of not just that excellence in slow-mo too. You know what I mean? In your own piece. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right. So I think that's like a little practice test, like a practice quiz of what the divine wanted me to see what it was like if you are more awake in your, how do you say it? So they're saying, Tina, if you have more free time, like you have more awake hours, what would you want to do with that? You know what I mean? Like you're not used to having more time to do other things. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. Okay, so the fourth card is Eight of Wands in reverse. So need to, like, I've said it all. There's nothing else to really add to that. Yeah. So those are the closing statements. All right. My ultimate takeaway, dolls, is, let's say, okay, so we want to say a Furious 5, okay? So the fifth one is Four of Cups in reverse. Again, so far I've made the right choices and I'm on a roll with that. They're saying also, when they say on a roll with that, I quickly heard honor roll, like I'm on an honor roll with that. Fantastic. So, little did I know that this progress report was going to be an actual report card with great reviews. That's wonderful. I love it. All right. Thanks so very much for all donations provided in light and love. And now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, all my energetics, to master the white light of the Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael's blue flame, for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification, back unto me. Thanks so very much. On closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assist in with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.